All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. So we had two trades today. We ended up taking this win. I took these on my funded nexts and then on the Bolt ones, and then I ended up taking the short. This was on my Apex, just a small stack of Apex accounts, just because I'd already taken a win before. Here are the executions. Let me just pull them up. So there's the long, there's the short, there's the P&L on the short, and then P&L on the long on multiple, like on two accounts. But anyway, I think I added it all. The profit total was just under 5,900 on the day. So I'm going to run through this in the pre-market analysis. Let me see. I'll show you guys exactly what I was looking for. So basically, if we continued higher, I wanted to see manipulation into this 15-minute gap, but I was also, for if we wanted to manipulate lower, I wanted to see price tap into this hourly gap resting below London, or this lower gap, and then maybe we get a bounce from there, this was the scenario we ended up getting. We tapped into that gap and we got a rotation to the upside. So basically, market opens up and we initially, get this quick 930 wick to the upside, and then we start displacing down. So from here, there actually was this decent short you could have taken. Maybe you could have taken it to this lower 1 hour gap, because there were two stacked up hourly gaps. We had this one here, which I just erased, and then we had this one. So you maybe could have taken that one. I personally didn't really want to take that one, just because I think ES was being a little bit weird at this time. Like if we look at ES, I don't know, we technically had an SMT. I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of that one. We had already, we were right by these lows as well. This would have been ideally like a break even point. So I kind of just faded that one. But again, if you did take this down to that 1 hour gap, I do think that's a pretty good in and out trade. So from there, what happens, we end up coming down and sweeping out London low, and we end up tapping into this 1 hour gap right here. So let me put this back, and then we look at ES at the same time. ES is all the way up here. So we technically have a bullish SMT, right? So at this point, you know that we have all-time highs above. We have all of this, we have this 930 wick. We have this high, all resting below a 15-minute gap, which was, again, the draw I was looking at, because a lot of the times when price is resting, when draws are resting right below an unfilled gap, it's going to aggressively run through and go to the gap, right? So again, market opens up. We get this manipulation down. We tap into this 1 hour gap, and we start getting a move up again after sweeping out London low. So from here, I believe there was a 30-second inversion here, but I didn't like it personally, just because, if you look at ES, I think it didn't look as strong. I don't know, ES just didn't look as strong. I want a displacing close on NQ and ES. I didn't see it, so I personally decided to just kind of wait this out. I was like, maybe we get a CISD or something like that. And then price just ends up kind of trading higher. I really didn't get an opportunity there. And then we tap into this 5-minute gap. So I was using this 5-minute gap here as a condition. If we trade through it and disrespect it, then I want to see price trade towards these draws here into this unfilled 15-minute gap. Now at this point, I knew that price was pushing aggressively, and if I wait for the 5-minute inversion, I'm probably going to miss this trade. So a lot of the times, I have a video on this. I haven't released it yet. But basically, I say a lot of the times, if CE of the gap in your condition is disrespected, price is likely just going to trade through the condition. So we ended up getting this 3-minute close right here. We closed strong bullish. We also, was there a tap off? We tap off this 1-minute gap. We get nice displacement to the upside. We get this 3-minute candle closure through CE. We don't get an inversion, but I know that momentum is likely going to just continue us through this 5-minute gap to those draws and liquidity. It's very obvious at this point, at least in my experience. And then you look at ES. We have that higher time frame bullish S&T. Both are delivering off of a higher time frame gap. ES is delivering off that 1 hour gap from pre-market. And we have a bullish SMT. They both have reason to distribute higher. They both have draws higher. You look at ES, it has all this low resistance liquidity. We look at NQ. NQ has all of these draws, 930 wick, all this stuff resting below this 15-minute gap. So I just take my entry here, and I'm looking to target, originally I was going to target CE, the 15-minute gap. So as soon as price comes up and takes out the 930 wick, I go break even. And then price starts reversing. I thought I was going to get break even. So then I just ended up, I was like, okay, I'm just going to move my TP to this high right here, which was the last high resting right below the 15-minute gap. And luckily we end up hitting TP there for just over 50 points. As you can see, it did end up obviously hitting the 15-minute gap and going a bit higher, but honestly, it really wasn't worth it to just hold those extra points. I did not want to get edged or something like that. So again, price comes down. We get this manipulation to the upside originally. We leave a 930 wick. We come down. We sweep out London low. We tap into this 1 hour gap. From here, I'm using this 5-minute gap as a condition. But once price displaces through with this 3-minute close, We also tapped off a 1 minute gap, got nice displacement to the upside. I'm figuring that displacement and volume is going to continue bullish to these draws and liquidity above. So I take my entry here and then I get out at these highs right here, just below the unfilled 15. And again, the thing I liked at the same time here was that ES was also displacing higher, right? So going over to trade number 2, I hop on it's just a small stack of Apex accounts because I figured that there's still good volume in this market and I kind of want to see if I can catch anything else. So let me just hide all of this other stuff here and then I'm going to run through that short really quick. So this basically price came up and it ended up actually inversing this 15-minute gap, and then we kind of just left this 30-minute high right here. But let me put the replay tool back on. So if you look at ES at this time, ES just came up now and swept out London high. It's highly unlikely ES is going to just want to continue to the upside here without having some type of retrace. Like if you logically look at this, you see all this low resistance liquidity that we left here on the lower time frame. ES swept out London high. NQ already swept out London high. But you can see we have a lower time frame bearish SMT. You can see NQ failed to take out these highs. ES took out these highs. And then we get a nice 1 minute inversion with nice displacement on ES, and we do at the same time on NQ. So at this point, I'm like, okay, we have low resistance liquidity right here, like all of this low resistance liquidity. We had an unfilled 15-minute gap right here. So I was like, okay, maybe we want to see price aggressively flush to the downside, you know, tap this 15-minute and then maybe go lower from there. So personally, I went for the 2-hour trade. I probably got a little bit lucky, not just going for that 15-minute gap, but I was just like, whatever, I'm going to try this out. And if you look again, bearish SMT off the highs, ES takes these highs out, NQ doesn't. ES just swept out London high. NQ's already taken out draws, so both of them have reason to distribute lower. On top of that, they have low resistance sell side liquidity leading towards an unfilled 15-minute gap. So I take this with a mini stops above this high right here, because if we break above this high, we're likely going to get stopped out anyway. So as soon as price ends up flushing lower, I go break even like right around here when we close through this 15-minute gap. I was considering taking profit here, but after we got this strong close, and we look at ES came up, put in this massive top wick, strong displacement close. I'm like, okay, we could probably flush lower a little bit. I can at least get that 2-hour trade, which would have secured me like just under another 20 extra points. And price ends up flushing it. As you can see right from there, we end up reversing, and now we can see price trading higher. So I'll recap this one again really quick. Again, we come up, we fail to take out these highs right here. We get a bearish SMT. We could see ES swept out London high, and NQ already did, but we have an internal bearish SMT. ES and NQ are displacing lower, and they both gave us a 1 minute inversion. We get a strong 1 minute close right there. Again, low resistance liquidity leading into an unfilled 15-minute gap. So I go break even around here and then target that 2R, and then again, price runs higher. So really good day today. Yeah, solid price action today. Can't complain. I don't know what happened on ES. If you look at ES, this massive wick. I don't know if you could see it, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's it for me, guys. This, yeah, right here, I don't even know. But anyway, that's it for me, guys. I'll have a full market breakdown in the Discord tonight. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.